hysterically during his routine.
Did somebody escort her out?
Because she was offered a cocktail weenie and she had a flashback.
Was his routine bad? I mean...
Was he funny?
He was funny, yeah, he was funny. She didn't cry hysterically.
She laughed hysterically?
I didn't actually. She was way... they put her at a table. Right. The Washington Times brought her.
Yes.
And she... and they were... I feel sorry for her, actually, and I think they were sort of using her. I don't think she's...
As opposed to the Rutherford Institute, which isn't using her at all.
Using her.
No, I didn't say they weren't.
Why can't she make up her own mind when she's
well,
being
maybe
used?
it's patronizing for me to say that, but I do feel... Okay.
And us women are pissed.
Yeah.
Right, girls?
Right, Wilhelmina.
Isn't that patronizing, don't you think?
It is, but I think she's put herself in a position where she deserves to be patronized, too. I mean,
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not... You shouldn't feel sorry for her. She's making her own decisions.
She could have said no. No, I do not want to go to this dinner. It would be tacky. I'm going to stay my behind home. That's what she should have said.
But, you know, in your book, which I read a good deal of, you claim Amy Fisher was not responsible.
Yeah.
You don't think that's patronizing? I mean, Amy Fisher, if you don't remember, shot Joey Buttafuoco's wife because she was Joey Buttafuoco, and...
See, once that, well, she was underage, but once that started, when she started around with him, I think, you know, all bets were off. I mean, that just, I don't know. I
She
feel
needed
like...
time to rest in jail because she Joey Buttafuoco.
Yeah.
The child seriously needed some rest time.
Yeah, but she shot the man's wife at the age of what, 16?
Yeah.
And you're saying she's not responsible. That's what you said.
Well, I guess I think that girls that age are... I get... When
they can drive a car. They can drive a car.
No, I think that...
Juliet was married and dead before then.
But they were...
Well, why don't you gather your argument, and I'll take a commercial.
Everything.
Okay? All right, we got off to talking about women. We have 3 women and a liberal. And women should be responsible if they're...
But Amy Fisher wasn't a woman. She was a girl.
Oh.
And also, I mean, teenage girls 16. In particular are like, they're hormones with feet attached to them. I mean, they're nuts.
But
you know,
if they don't all go shooting people.
But, right, that's true, but they don't all end up like
rage and a million other dumb defenses, isn't it?
No, I think that if you had slept with Joey Buttafuoco, I mean, anything would have been possible. It's just, I mean, I don't know what she was thinking.
But it seems like you don't want equal rights. It seems now what you're saying is you want special rights. We're women, so when we shoot somebody, it's because of hormones, we're underage, we're this, we're that.
And a guy will throw battery acid in a woman's face, he'll be thrown in jail.
Well, she is in jail.
It's like, it's such a double standard.
No, look at with the teenage boy and the woman who she's
then
like
she'll marry him later.
Do you think that?
Oh, what? With the teenage boy and the teacher?
Yeah, she's in jail.
I feel sorry for her.
She's in jail.
She is?
She's a teacher and a grown-up. She slept with a child. You go to jail. I don't know what the problem is.
But the thing is, we don't enforce statutory rape laws in general. I mean, why did Joey Buttafuoco not go to jail until much hand-wrangling on various, you know...
Well, he did go to jail. Is 30-something years old. This is not 19 and 16. It's 36 and 13. Aren't we talking about the teacher with the kids?
Well, we could.
I guess we went past that, huh?
We went, yeah, I mean, I happen to think that that's okay. But call me a kooky romantic, I believe love.
Wait a minute. You don't.
I do.
A 13-year-old boy.
A boy. This is not a girl.
Yeah,
there's a double standard. People say it's a double standard. I always say yes because there's 2 sexes. That means double. Hello.
I agree.
I'm with Bill.
Did you read in the Globe this week? What, you know, I mean, this...
I feel
missed
really
the Globe this week.
No, I'm with you, Bill, actually. I feel really sorry for this kid, the young boy. I feel so. I think he's in love. I think he loves this woman. He has a baby, there's another one coming, all of that. I just think
how come Mozart can write symphonies at 5? We understand that precociousness, but we don't understand a emotional, sexual precociousness?
I think it can exist.
That's fine for the child. What happened to the grown-up? The teacher that's supposed to say, get an apple, go home. Not supposed to be sleeping with him. He's supposed to have the good sense.
Yeah, he's not in jail. She's the one.
But that's my point about Joey Buttafuoco. He should have had the good sense to say to this girl who had a crush on him, "You're lovely, but you know,
he should have had
this is a really." But no, I mean, he did.
That's what it was about. It was her coming on to him, having a crush on Joey Buttafuoco, and the poor guy.
He'd have had sense. He'd have changed his name. I mean, that was the name that was the butt of so many jokes and monologues for years.
Yes.
You can't be Buttafuoco. You need to be. But
people on comedy shows still talk about Joey Buttafuoco.
They do. It's a great name. It's funny. It's like K is funny and double C.
No, they do for laughs. Yeah. Really, people try to get laughs with Joey Buttafuoco.
Well, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
They do it on late night comedy shows especially.
Yes, but they do it in a dumb way. We're delving into the actual issue.
Yes,
Mr. Weisenheimer. Now, Lolita, which will not be released in this country because this country is, I think, uptight, as you demonstrate about things like this. Didn't Lolita prove to us that, you know, a young woman can be seductive in a way like this?
No, she wasn't. And if you read the book, which most people actually don't, I mean, she's not seductive.
Amy Fisher is not.
Oh, I don't know about Amy Fisher. I mean, but Lolita, the character that was invented, was actually, you know, kind of gross. And what he loves about her is that she's sort of a horrible, you know, 12 or 13-year-old. That's like that's sort of his that's what Humbert's derangement is about. I mean, he's really a pedophile. She's not like an elegant, beautiful teenager.
Well, either was Amy Fisher.
No, that's true. But look at Joey Buttafuoco.
Let me ask you one thing. Let's say it's a male teacher, 36-year-old male teacher, and a 13-year-old male teacher.
Yeah.
I can't follow my own show.
I'm sorry.
Now you're back to the teacher.
Well, I'm just, because I'm still stuck on this thing about the 36-year-old and the 13-year-old. What if it was... Now, I belong, for example, to the North American Man-Boy Love Association.
And you do not.
I do now, okay.
It would be very different, because a man and a girl is different than a woman and a boy.
Yeah.
No.
It just is.
But I'm talking about a man.
You don't think so?
Well, yeah, physically, but legally, no.
But legally, but the law is wrong in a lot of ways.
Yeah, but until you change it, baby, what are we supposed to do? Just because we don't like it?
So we should throw her in jail where she's pregnant with her second child, while she and the man, the boy in this situation, are pining for each other and in love. But the government should step in, throw them in jail, and deprive the kids of parents.
And you have a problem with that?
And you don't?
I have no problem with that.
You have no problem?
I have no problem with the fact that a pedophile is in jail.
What's that?
A pedophile, a child molester, is in
a child
the
molester that is really something. To call this a child molester, that is a disgrace.
Yeah. She slept with a little kid.
That doesn't make her a molester.
What does it make her?
A molester is... I can take a commercial. We'll be back. All right, we started talking about sexual harassment. One of the problems, I think, with that is that the term has many meanings. They say what President Clinton did was sexual harassment, may or may not be, to some women. You said this woman was a child molester. Now, here's the boy in this is what I was talking about, I'll wait for you forever. Now, isn't this wrong to call this child molestation? Did anyone who was really ever molested want to wait for somebody forever?
I love your references, what, the Globe? I mean...
Well, that's... Like, this is any less legitimate than the so-called legitimate press now. Give me a break. This is where they get their information, on your station.
And on your station.
Phil, when I was young, I remember that young men, young teenage boys, their fathers were thrilled if these young teenagers would have what used to be called, in nice terms, their initiation from an older woman, an experienced woman, who would lead them down the primrose path of dalliance in a charming and illustrious way, instead of groping in the dark for God knows how long, or in the light.
My God,
so I'm saying, sometimes it comes to me. So I'm saying that all of a sudden we've become so prudish. If this boy is in love with her, and he clearly had a great time with her, and he loves his baby, and he's got another, I just think, let her out. Let him kiss, let him hug, let him do it, let him...
The enlightened European view that we could use here in America more often.
I would like to throw out.
We don't enforce statutory rape laws in general. I mean, it's you know, Michael Kennedy, before he died, the reason that he wasn't prosecuted was because the girl had no interest in prosecuting him. I mean, this is like, because she's a woman, it's so peculiar to us that I think it's getting, you know, much more fussed over than it would be
does
if it
anyone
were a
else
man.
here have kids?
Yeah, I have kids, yeah.
Now, if my 13-year-old son said, Dad, I'm in love with my 36-year-old teacher, and she's expecting. And you're going to be a grandfather, and I'm very happy because Mrs. Olson and I are very, very happy. And I have to tell you, the sex, Dad. I would be angry at the teacher.
You would be jealous.
But
you would be jealous.
How would you rationalize being so angry? Just because it would be tricky at cocktail parties.
My son is not ready.
How do you know? They're ready to shoot. Why can't they shoot?
Yeah. That's your concern.
Well, you know what? You just convinced me. I mean...
Perhaps you were concerned that at your next lunch party you would have to go... And this is... what is your son's name, by the way?
Joe.
Joe. This is Joe. And this is Joe's lover. And everybody would go... Oh, Al, and I mean, it would be tricky for you, but you talk your way through it. You're smart. You're clever. You're way with the words.
It would be no more embarrassing than the Al Franken decade. Remember when he had to live through that, Al?
Well, he was born in the Al Franken decade and was not very aware of it.
The world's gone mad. Star's getting up. Star's shoulders are rising. I can
DA
tell.
and me, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Right, exactly. You're a lawyer.
Yes, in England. I mean, you know, she was 13. He was like 50-something. I mean, what, you know, this is just, it really is. It really shows that there's
where's the
terrific
camera
double
so I can
standards.
give Joe permission to...
Go and do it.
But it's all right with me, son.
All righty then.
Go ahead. But your homeroom teacher.
All right, we'll take a commercial, and good luck, son.
One day, science will create a pill for men's hair loss. That day is today. Introducing Propecia, the first pill for men with certain types of hair loss. In clinical studies, the vast majority of men, 83%, maintained their hair count, and most, 66%, regrew some hair. You may need to take it daily for 3 months or more to see results. Propecia is for men only. A small number of men experience certain sexual side effects. Each occurred in less than 2% of men. Women who are or may potentially be pregnant must not use it or handle broken tablets because of the risk of a specific kind of birth defect. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist and read the consumer information they can provide. To men who want to treat their hair loss, this could be the most exciting commercial they've seen in years. Propecia, helping make hair loss history.
Some vacations are just more fun than others.
Join us tomorrow when our guests will be William H. Macy, Robin Cook, Ruby Wax, and Ariana Huffington.
All right, let me get back to Clinton for a minute, because you're at the dinner, you're a lawyer. Now, Nixon said when the president does it, it's not a crime. Now, is that what Clinton is saying about sexual harassment? Do you think, or do you think there's a difference?
Well, first of all, I'm not sure that there's been any stories that Clinton doesn't know when the woman says, no, thank you.
I agree.
He doesn't seem to, by story, go after it. Isn't sexual harassment when you say no and they keep on saying yeah, but and threatening and doing?
Exactly.
Isn't that different?
It's coming on to a woman. I mean, as long as there continue to be women who aspire to marry the boss, how can you kind of punish men in the workplace who come on to the women there? I mean, it just seems... it seems so difficult to figure out.
And that's all Cosmo advises, is marrying the boss.
I don't like it. I mean, I think it would be nice if all of us
When did
changed,
Nixon say that?
But
Years ago.
Problem with Paula is Paula doesn't have a case. And the judges said Paula doesn't have a case. Now, if Paula had a case, we'd be talking about something different. She just...
Actually, we are talking about something different. We're talking about whether Clinton...
You're watching ABC.